Team Empire did an analysis and they averaged all the MMRs of all the teams and put them in a list. The highest MMR average team. Guess who the highest MMR average team is?
Virtus Pro?
Team Liquid.
Team Liquid?
Guess who the second highest average MMR team is?
Newbie. Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
And then it goes into like I think Secret's fourth but yeah, those are the two highest in that order. Isn't that crazy?
Crazy for anybody who says MMR doesn't matter.
It does.
The evidence is there.
It absolutely does. But
what was it that PPD said? It's like all those players that say they're in the trench. It's like
you're just not good.
You're just not good.
Yeah. No. I said newsflash. You're not good. But anyways, so you said Virtus Pro staying the same. That's awesome.
Virtus Pro is staying the same. It seems likely that Anna was kicked from OG because on his Twitter page he removed the OG banner.
He may have left. Who knows?
Or he may have left. True, sure. I think it's more likely that he might have got kicked off.
But I mean, innocent till proven guilty.
Right.
You know.
What is it? Secret is for sure 2 players gone.
So GH, right?
No, GH is on Liquid.
I was about to. Okay, I'm just gonna shut up. You go. You go.
MP, which was their carry.
That's what I meant. MP
and Kezu, which was their offlaner.
Yeah.
Kezu came out with the whole blog.
So carrying off, that's 2 cores.
Yes,
that's 2 cores. So that's big.
So they're keeping mid 1, which is their 10K.
Good, because they need a high average. They need a high average MMR, apparently.
And then Yapsor, which people seem to think that this TI was all about the 4 position. They say that 4 position is the position for playmakers. It's the position that has the most impact from minute 1 to 60 minutes or 70, however long the game goes.
Roaming is huge, man. Roaming is huge. And
a
lot of people were playing like... Well, yeah, position 4, quote unquote, but it was almost like having 2 position 3s. You know what I mean? Like there would be a quote unquote position 4 Earthshaker, but he would try to get as much farm as like a solo offlaner. Like
I don't know. I feel like Earthshaker was played mainly 3 and 2 the most.
Was he?
Yeah. Well, that
was a bad example then. But I'm just saying that it's almost like there's been a lot of hard position 5 supports that has nothing and is able to stay alive somehow, and then as much farm as possible on that 4 and 3. You know.
Yeah. It's also it's this meta of 2 heroes mid, 3 heroes mid.
Yeah.
There's so many heroes in lane, and I feel like a big reason for that, which I read this on an interview. I believe it was either SCCC or Eternal Envy, and he's saying he thinks a big reason that it's like that now is because there's that extra creep in the mid lane now, so there's the extra experience, so you're not losing as much when you send those heroes mid now to help them out. Also, obviously, Lich mid with
did you mention the bounties?
Oh, like
just now. No. I zoned out. Well, also bounty runes.
How you gonna zone out?
I'm sorry, I zoned out.
Podcast where we literally talk to each other.
I'm sorry, I zoned out. But runes. I mean, you have a roaming, hero,
that's big,
and you can roam and get 2 runes. You can jack a rune and then go get your safe rune, and then gank the lane or whatever.
I do that a lot with Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, I do it with Riki constantly, and always getting runes.
And these roamers are really good a lot of these roamers are really good on the opponent's side of the map.
Yeah, I'm a position 4, so I know all about it. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I chill over there as much as possible. If you can take their rune and them not know it, or if they know it, then you can deward their shit, and that's a great thing. That I don't remember how many patches ago it was, but you can get your money back on sentry wards if you can deward their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is awesome. Which is a total position 4 thing. It's like, oh yeah, there's vision here. Take their vision away, and I know that vision here because I'm over here and they saw me.
Especially someone like Riki, because he can just move in and out.
Yeah.
It's
But anyways, so that's Team Secret. They're they kick 2 or 2 left or whatever.
There has been rumors that Misery is getting a lot of offers.
Where's Misery now?
Misery was on Planet Odd. They did not make TI.
Right, and that's a European team.
No, they were NA.
Oh, I thought Planet Dog is the European. Planet Odd was the NA team.
Yes. Yeah. And a lot of people think it's going to be EG Misery.
Really?
Position 5. Because the reason why they think this is they think Zai is going to go move somewhere else.
Really?
Somewhere else. They think he might.
Dude, Zai's always been EG.
This is he was on Secret too.
Yeah.
Well, and he took
I think
a year off
he was like a. I think he was just like he was like a substitute for Secret or something.
No, he played
right?
a full season with him.
Was he?
With TI5, yeah. Because he didn't win TI. He was on Secret with Arteezy and Kuroki and Puppy.
Remember when Day 9 asked Arteezy if there'd ever been like a powerhouse team and if it had ever worked? Did you see that?
I did not see that.
Oh man, Arteezy was on the panel and Day 9, totally innocent. He was like, so has there ever been like a team with just a bunch of powerhouses on it, and did that work? And Arteezy and Merlini and I forget who though, and just started cracking up, and he asked the question to Arteezy. He was asking Arteezy. He was like, yeah, it's been done. It just didn't work out.
It'd be even funnier if you would have asked him how he built Ricky.
What do you mean?
You never read that meme about whenever Arteezy left EG?
Oh, backstabbing and
he's
stuff.
like, hey, Arteezy, it's like a copy pasta where people just post like a big paragraph of the same shit. And it was like, hey, Arteezy, I'm trying to learn to play Ricky. Should I learn backstab first, like you backstabbed EG?
Gosh.
Should I learn permanent invisibility, like you went invisibility on your team?
Oh my God.
Something like that. I don't remember exactly how it went, but it was a copy pasta.
Well, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, it's his livelihood. It has nothing to do with...
It's all business.
Yeah, it is business. So, I mean, you can't really hate on someone for doing what they think is the best move for his future and his life. And
Sure.
So.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so they think... This is what they think it's going to be. They think it's going to be 1 Arteezy, 2 Sumail, 3 Universe, 4 Crit, and 5...
Misery?
Because Crit
So
was...
who's out of that? Who's out
Zai.
of that? Zai. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because Crit was position 4 on OG. And after this TI, Crit just sent out a tweet that said, back to the basics. Or back to the original, or something like that.
Dude, people were just thinking too hard about that.
That's a lot
shit,
of conjecture,
dude.
But
how many tweets do you send where you're all cryptic and shit and like, no, dude?
Sure, and there's been a lot of trolling tweets. Like, I know Sumail said something insinuating that him and Misery were going to go play for Secret.
Well, he's just been...
Yeah, he's just trolling.
He's been trolling hard ever since.
He always trolls during drop periods. He's done it like the past 3 or 4 times. But so it's hard to know exactly what's going to happen. But what we do know for sure is Virtus Pro are staying the same. Kezu and MP are off Secret, and Anna is more than likely off OG.
So that's it so far.
I'm sure there's something I'm missing. I'm sure Cloud9's gonna have a new player.
You think so?
I'm sure they're not gonna be the same team. You can't come in last in TI and
were they in last?
Well, I guess not technically, because I guess
because they didn't get kicked out.
They didn't get kicked out of the group stages.
Right.
They were close, but they didn't get kicked out.
Yeah. Speaking of, EG didn't even win a game.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's right.
They didn't win a single game.
Not
So it'll be interesting to see what they do, if they do anything. I mean, I think we've even mentioned before. I've mentioned before on the show that I think it's really cool that EG doesn't trade up a lot, and I think that's what creates strong teams. Again, I think I talked about OG, staying together and really learning together and everything. But
I definitely think since TI4, EG has been the most stable, consistent team.
Yeah, for sure. So this is a very interesting thing. I wish we had dates, which I know we don't. I wish we kind of knew when the lock-in period was and everything.
I'm sure it's already out.
Probably. But Yeah, that's exciting. Okay, well, there's our little update on that, so we can go on to our next topic here,
Well,
unless you got something else to say.
I was going to say, no, I forgot, so go ahead.
Forgot already?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of EG, what about PPD?
Oh, yeah, PPD. There's rumors that he might create a new stack.
A PPD stack?
I know he did create that one a couple of majors ago. Wanted to go through the open qualifiers where I had like him and QO and Ritsu and
Ice supposedly might be joining Mineski. Yeah.
That's still disappointing to me.
Why?
I feel like Ice should be on a better team.
Well, Mineski, they've had their time. I mean,
Ice but a Western team.
But Mineski is a very well-known. I don't want to say company, but team name. Like, it isn't just a Dota team. Like, it's a big organization, so like it would be a smart move to do something.
They're
like that.
always like top 3, top 4 in Southeast Asia, but they're always there.
But you're right. I want to see Ice on a Western team.
Like, yeah. Like Ice OG.
I would love that, dude.
Ice Secret.
I would love that.
Offlane.
I would love that.
That'd be great.
Not saying that I don't want. Anyone.
Puppy did say the 2 players that he's going to get are shorter than him, and Ice is probably shorter than him.
But didn't Ice technically retire? Didn't he say that he was done? He was just going to stream and stuff.
No. You're thinking
that was Ice?
You're thinking of Sing Sing.
I'm thinking of Sing Sing. Dang it. So, where's Ice playing now?
He was on Faceless, but they disbanded.
Oh, yeah. And now you have the rare thing.
Rare Flare.
Rare Flare.
Rare Flare
on Reddit.
Yeah, I have the Faceless Flare. It's not really rare right now. I'm sure a lot of people still have it, but
will be.
Wait till next year.
Well, they might make another team, right? It might come back.
Maybe.
Who knows?
I doubt they'll pick the same name.
Who knows?
I just like the face.
It is awesome
because it's similar to the.
But Team Secret does definitely have the coolest logo. That has Secret in their name, their
cool.
logo, and it's an eye. It's awesome.
It's pretty cool. I liked Facelesses though because it reminded me of the Men Without Faces or whatever from Game of Thrones. That's their symbol too.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. Something similar where they have the black and white face and the frown and the smile.
Huh.
On each side.
That's cool. Well, I only read the book, so I wouldn't know what it looks like.
It's described in the books.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but that did kind of ring a bell.
Yeah.
I want to read all that crap again. It's not crap, but I definitely want to read all that again. I love Game of Thrones.
But either way. So go ahead. I guess we go to the next topic, unless you know some other team. I want to know where Jenkins is going to be playing at.
I would love to know. I think this Team Empire thing is going to be something that people look at now. The whole concept that MMR matters, and people are going to be like, we want the highest MMR team now. Because they showed that was it happened. I mean, it predicted it.
That's true, but there's also been like, Ake, the guy that was on the panel.
Yeah,
he was 4K MMR when he won TI.
Right. And I'm not saying obviously anything. I mean, you can't say this is how it is every time. I mean, Secret had the 4th highest. They didn't get 4th place.
That's true.
I'm just saying that it is a thing. It's a concept that might need to be looked at. And I know he's been on a little rut recently. He was like 6.9K, I think, and then he had a few losses. But I would love to see Jenkins on a tier 1 team. That'd be sweet.
Yeah,
that'd be sweet. I also want to see a good Na'Vi team.
It's never going to happen as long as Dindy's on it.
What do you mean? Dindy's a good player, man.
Dindy is a good player, but I think he needs to switch to offlane.
You think so?
He needs to be a playmaker.
I think you're right. I think you're right, actually.
Think about how good S4 got when he switched to offlane, because he was good on all these playmaking mids, and now mid is not a playmaking position. Mid is a farming position. Mid is a damage late game hero 99%, maybe not 99% of the time, but most of the time.
I think you're right, man. I think Dindy should go off lane. I agree.